Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions, and I hope you're all well and you enjoy your weekend, and hopefully you'll have a great week ahead. So I'm going to be reacting now to an artist called Tin Tin Duffy, and the track I'm going to be reacting to is She Makes Me Quiver, and it's from September 1984, and it was taken from an album titled The Ups and Downs. The only thing I know about Tin Tin Duffy is that he had a couple of hits in, I think, 1985, Icing on a Cake, which I vaguely remember, and I think the more popular one was Kiss Me. And the other thing I know about Tin Tin Duffy is that he was a founder member of Duran Duran before he went his own way. Other than that, it's kind of like a little bit of a mystery. So I'm really looking forward to this song. It was kind of suggested to me by, as always, by like friends and stuff who are, I think it was at work actually. I was playing some music and Icing on the Cake came on, and the chap at work, we've kind of said, oh, Tin Tin Duffy comes from Birmingham, which is where I kind of live, and you want to try this track. And so here it is. So without further ado, this is Tin Tin Duffy with She Makes Me Quiver.
She's dreamy to the max.
It's a really cool bass. So just I'm actually loving the intro of this. It kind of came with this like deep kind of bass, and then it's a very sort of pure kind of like piano. And you kind of felt it wasn't. You feel it's not a keyboard; it's just actual piano. So like, I'm actually going to just knock it back a little bit because I'm really enjoying it. The intro of the piano coming in.
You was savage, was my conversation trite, all way down with luggage. She's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She makes me quiver. Soft suede of her boots, you are neurotic. Your Maxfield Parish suits style like a narcotic. But if I can't be debonair, I've just begun to gothic. Can we make a pair? Yes, that would be exotic. She's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She makes me quiver. I love you massively. I love
I mean, so far it sounds like this is a guy who's kind of infatuated with a girl who's, I wouldn't say she's out of his league, but they're kind of incompatible. I think sometimes where people meet people, they kind of like somebody might have a feeling for somebody else, and when I try and talk to them, they pretty much it's like a disaster from the word go. They feel awkward. Um, the other person is maybe quite dismissive of them, and it kind of makes them a little bit more kind of desperate. And I feel like he's dissing her a little bit, saying that she's got a lot of problems because she's kind of not coming for me, and she's not attracted to me as I'm attracted to her. She might be dressed differently to him. I mean, obviously they're going to be dressed differently, but she might be like a style, a trend. Um, anyway, could be any one of these things really, but either way, it sounds like she's really not into him, and he's kind of desperately into her.
She's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She makes me quiver. She's dreamy to the max. Dreamy to the max. Stop suede of her boots. You admit you are neurotic. Your Maxfield Parish suits his style like a narcotic. But if I can't be debonair, I'll just be gaunt and gothic. Can we make a pair? Yes, that would be exotic. She's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She makes me quiver. She's dreamy to the max. She makes me quiver. She's dreamy to the max. She makes me quiver. She's dreamy to the max. She makes me quiver. She's dreamy to the max.
So Stephen Tin Tin Duffy with She Makes Me Quiver from the album Ups and Downs from 1984. A really enjoyable record. I kind of imagined halfway through like being in a club, in a nightclub or something in the, I don't know, was this night 84? Yeah, being in a nightclub sort of in 84. And I think probably an alternative nightclub because I don't see that this would have been a kind of record that would have been played in like a mainstream pop music typey nightclub type thing. But yeah, I could imagine that in an alternative nightclub with goths, with punks, with former new romantics, all those kind of people like mixing in from the art scene and stuff, which was quite big back then. A lot of artists, a lot of the musicians and stuff, hailed from art college for some reason in the mid 80s, and yeah, I can imagine them all kind of mixing in together in this club, and that he is this guy. He maybe knows this girl. but he's kind of seen this opportunity to try and talk to her and find that connection, and is literally running up against a wall because although he might frequent the same nightclub as her, and he might have seen her other places, maybe at college or something. Clearly, she's like a, she's different to him. She doesn't get his jokes. She doesn't really want to listen. Kind of all the elements are there for a kind of chat up disaster, I think, on his part. Have a quick look at the lyrics actually to see if there's anything to kind of be gleaned from these. I tried to make a joke, you didn't seem to listen. The cafe was full of smoke, and I was fiercely bitten. So it's kind of that's rebuff number one. The wind outside could bite, but love for you was savage. Was my conversation trite or weighed down with luggage? Yeah, so he's kind of like he's definitely got a desire for her, but I think he's kind of thinking as the words are tumbling out of his mouth that is he getting a little bit too kind of heavy in his chat, and that would be a massive turn off. But then he says she's got a lot of problems. She's got a lot of problems. She makes me quiver. So I'm not kind of sure really kind of what he's trying to get at there. Whether he's saying, because she doesn't like me, she must have a lot of problems. If she doesn't like me, which would be like a little bit arrogant. But anyway, the soft suede of her boots admit you are neurotic. Your Maxfield Parish suits his style like a narcotic. So he's getting a bit. I think he's possibly getting a bit bitey back to her now. So she's kind of dismissed his advances. Now he's been a bit bitchy about it. But if I can't be debonair, I'll just be gaunt and gothic. Can we make a pair that would look exotic? So he's trying a different angle now. He's saying, well, basically, you're dressed a lot kind of differently in style to kind of what I might dress like. I'm a goth. You're something else. But you know what? Kind of we'd make an exotic couple, wouldn't we? So why don't we get together anyway? I don't think she's buying it because that's like a desperate end tactic. I think, and it feels like the humour of this chat up has kind of like been lost at the very beginning. I love you massively. I love you passively. Tiptoe to my kisses. Give you my best wishes. I think that I'm not sure about that, but I think he's just saying, okay, so I'm kind of giving up now. Even though I fancy you like mad, obviously it's not going to get anywhere, and so passively I'm going to back off. But the music, I really like the music, and it's one of them that you kind of like toe tap and head wobble to. The bass was fantastic, and I loved the kind of even though it was possibly quite repetitive. I love the rest breaks in between in between like the verses and stuff. It kind of like helped keep it fresh, I think. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I don't know anything about Stephen Tin Tin Duffy apart from having just listened to this and two other tracks, and his relationship is with Duran Duran in their very early days. I kind of get when I come across someone like this who seems like quite mysterious, the history does. I kind of want to know more. It might just be the fact that there is nothing else to know. But you know what? If there's anything else that I could know about this artist, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so guys, hope you enjoyed this. I love this. This was quite different to stuff I've kind of heard recently. And I think it was of its time. But it's still kind of nice to kind of listen to this now. And I might have to actually add this to my playlist if I can find it to download. It's a really interesting track, and I like his voice as well. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Overall, I really enjoyed this track. and I think it may have been like it felt like it may have been extended a little bit, possibly that there is a shorter version. But it doesn't matter. It's still a nice track to listen to. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you soon with another reaction.